Welcome to Story Inshort. Today I am going to tell you a story about a movie where a forbidden room in a mansion is unbolted, and the spirit of a vengeful dancer is unleashed. It's a 1993 released Malayalam movie named Manichithratharu. The movie starts with a mansion named Madampally, which is known famous as a haunted house in the village. Unathan is the caretaker of Madampally and a relative of Sharada, who is the owner of the Madampally. Unathan came to Madampally to check the progress of renovation work. But he is not able to find anyone over there, as everyone had run off because of fear. Then series of events started to happen, like things getting fallen and chair swinging on its own. Unathan also gets scared and he ran off from there. On the street he met with his friends and started playing. Then he realizes that he forgets to take keys from Madampally. But he is very afraid to go back to there because of those events. At night he met with one of the localite named Dosipan and took him to Madampally to take the keys. With fear they both heads to Madampally, and they find the door opened. Suddenly they both hears footsteps, and saw a shadow of a lady moving. They both get afraid and runs off. In the present day, Ganga and Nakulan arrive at their hometown. Everyone comes to know that they both came yesterday night, and the shadow Unathan saw at night was actually of Ganga, the heroine of the movie. Nakulan is her husband. Years ago, Nakulan's uncle, Thampi, wanted him to marry his daughter Sridevi. Nakulan's mother, Sharada, rejected the proposal as Sridevi's horoscope was an ominous one. Later Nakulan falls in love with Ganga and they get married. Sridevi is also married, but her marriage ends up in a divorce. Nakulan proposed to stay at Madampally until they go back, but Thambi tries to convince him not to stay there as it's a haunted mansion. Despite all attempts to dissuade them, the couple moves to Madampally. This makes Thambi worried and he and all family member including Thambi's wife and children, Thampi's sister Basura, her husband Unathan, and their daughter Ali moves to Madampally. Ganga likes to read books and she has a huge collection of it. While Ali was helping Ganga to unpack, she finds one specific book and tell Ganga that she knows the author of that book, Mahadevan. And he lives next door. Also she mentions that her marriage is fixed with him. This makes Ganga jealous, as she is fond of his writings. Later Ganga asks Ali to find some place to keep her books. For that they both keep on looking for good room, and found a room which is locked and tied up with some red spiritual ropes. Suddenly Thambi calls them. They both rushes to go down and Thambi saw them coming from upstairs, so he instructs Ganga not to go to that side of the house, as that room is forbidden from entering and called as Tekini. Later Basura reveals the reason everyone fears the mansion. About 150 years ago, Sankaran Thambi, the head of the family, traveled to Thanjavur, a place in Tamil Nadu, where he met and fell for a dancer named Nagavali. However, she did not reciprocate his feelings as she was already in love with another dancer named Ramanathan. As a result, Sankaran Thambi took her back to his palace by force. Unknown to him, Nagavali made Ramanathan stay in a cottage next to the palace and met him secretly. When Sankaran Thambi discovered this, he slew Nagavali on a Durgashtami night in Tekini. After few days Nagavali's evil spirit tried to take her revenge on Shankaran Thambi, but she was unable to fulfill her revenge, as Shankaran Thambi with the help of various priests and sorcerers tamed the evil spirit by locking it up in the same room. Shankaran Thambi too commits suicide shortly afterward. The door which Ganga tries to open was the place where Nagavali's evil spirit is locked in. Basura also point out that Ali's fiancé Mahadevan lives in the same cottage in which Ramanathan stayed 150 years ago. At night, after listening to Nagavali's story, Ganga tells Nakulan that she thinks that there are hidden treasures inside that room, and it is just a fabricated story to scare thieves from stealing it. So, Ganga asks permission from Nakulan to open that room. Nakulan agrees to it, so she gets a duplicate key with the help of Ali and Thampi's son Chandu. Later she opens the room. Inside she finds the photo of Shankaran Thambi in the first room, and photo of Nagavali in the second room. She stares at her photo for a while until Sridevi calls her from downstairs and demands Ganga to come down. Sridevi scolded her for opening that door, and also informed her that the guy who made the key has fallen ill and she doesn't even know what's going to happen to them. After knowing about this, Thambi arranges a spiritual ceremony for locking the room again with mantras. Meanwhile, Ganga started cleaning the room and found the ornaments of Nagavali in a box. At night, once the ceremony is done, Thambi, Dasapan and the priests goes to lock the room. Suddenly they hear an angry lady speaking from inside and see a shadow moving towards them. This makes them scared for their life and they all ran away. Unable to lock the room again. Same night, while Mahadevan was writing a book, he sees a lady in white dress looking at him from a long distance. Just after Mahadevan notice, she runs away. Mahadevan follow her to the corridor, but he couldn't see who she was, rather hears a lady screaming. Subsequently, strange things begin to happen in the household. Sridevi tries to wake up Nakulan and Ganga to inform them that one of their maids saw some shadow in kitchen and she is frightening. Nakulan blames that maid for making up story at night to scare everyone. Then inexplicably a pot near him breaks. Nakulan goes outside to check if anyone is there. Then he hears a sound from inside and sees a bunch of plate broken on the kitchen floor. Nakulan goes to the next room with Ganga, Chandu and Sridevi, and tells them he has suspicion on maids. Suddenly a clock's glass behind him also breaks. This makes Nakulan confirm that this is done by someone in that room. In morning, everyone meets Nakulan and tell him to move out of Madampally as soon as possible. Nakulan disagree to it and hears Ganga screaming from inside. They rushed inside and saw her dress on fire. They killed the fire and Ganga was lucky not to get injured. Ganga tell Nakulan that she doesn't know how it happened, but she was with Sridevi at that time. Nakulan calls Thambi and check with him about Sridevi having any mental issues at past. Thambi gets angry at him and tell him, all the things which is happening is only because Ganga released that evil entity. Then he storms outside, and Thambi tells everyone what Nakulan asked him. With a doubt, Unathan goes to check on Sridevi. After seeing the behavior of Sridevi, Unathan confirms to everyone what Nakulan said is right and Sridevi is haunted. Nakulan immediately calls up his psychiatrist friend Dr. Sunny from America to solve the case. As soon as Sunny arrives, they hear Ali crying from inside. They rush to find her, but she was locked inside a storeroom where air can't go in. Sunny and Nakulan rescued Ali by breaking the door and saw Ali unconscious on the floor. After Ali regains her conscious, she says she came there to see Ganga and Sridevi told her Ganga is upstairs, but Ganga refuses that and says Sridevi already saw her going for bath. This increase everyone's suspicious towards Sridevi. At night, while Sunny was sleeping, he hears some song playing from upstairs, so Sunny goes to check Sridevi and saw her sleeping, so he returned back to bed. Then again he hears someone singing from upstairs, so Sunny goes upstairs to see who is that, but door was closed. So he knocks the door real hard. Suddenly song ends and he hears someone running. He tries to locate that person, but an iron pot midair hits him. As the atmosphere is not good, he tries to go back downstairs and saw Chandu standing in the dark. Sunny asked why he is standing there, but he told he was going for a leak. This makes Sunny suspect him for throwing that iron pot. Morning, Ganga wakes up Sunny with a tea, and he asked her who is staying in top floor. She told him that's Tekini and no one stays up there. They together go upstairs and saw the door opened. She showed him the pictures of Shankaran Thambi and Nakavali, even the ornaments box of Nakavali, but in their Nakavalis one anklet was missing. On that time Sunny hears the sound of anklet and he went searching for it and found the anklet from Chandu. He asked him from where he found this. He said he found it outside Madampally. This makes Sunny more suspicious about Chandu. Later Sunny informed Nakulan to take Sridevi to temple and get more close with her, as this a part of his therapy. Then Sridevi and Nakulan went to temple with Ganga and Sunny. Over there Sunny shows an anklet to Ganga. She suddenly told him, it is the lost anklet of Nakavali. Sunny claimed it is not that one as it is only 5 years old. If it's Nakavali's then it should be at least 150 years old. This ends up in a big argument between Ganga and Sunny. So he diffuses the argument and goes. On same day Sunny goes to Tekini and nailed the lock of the door, so no one can lock it from inside. Sunny wait until midnight, and here someone started to sing and dance. So he goes upstairs and opens the first door and locks the second door from which the song was coming. Then he wears the footwear and walking stick of Shankar and Thambi, and started walking there. Then the song stops and she asked who is there. Sunny replied that he is Shankar and Thambi, and he asked who she is. She replied that she is Nakavali and she is here to take her revenge, and she is going to kill him on Durgashtami. Then the voice from inside fade away. Next morning Thambi and Unathan comes to Madampally with a happy news, that they got an appointment of Brahmadathan Namboothiripad, a renowned tantric expert, to solve the family's menace, and he is coming on Durgashtami night to lock Nakavali in Techni. Sunny goes to pond for a bath and gets scared from Chandu, who jumps from top to the pond. Sunny get angry at him for scaring his life out and asked him why is he roaming around at night times, and Sunny know he is the one who is doing this. Suddenly Chandu starts to cry and tell him that he went out to find the one who is responsible for doing it, so that everyone will stop blaming his sister Sridevi for the things which she has not done. Sunny cools Chandu and told him not to roam around at night here on, because there is going to be a murder very soon on Madampally. This make Chandu scared. Then Sunny asked Chandu about a place named Evor. Chandu knows that place, so they both heads to that place next morning. There Sunny meets with a person and saw a nun from a school. Both the time Chandu was waiting outside. Before night falls they both come back to Madampally also. Later too a Brahmadathan's helper come with a list to hand it over to Thambi, and told him to make the arrangements for the ceremony as per the list. Also mentioned everyone to be cautious for next few days. Next day Chandu was given a task by Sunny to take away all the sharp things from the house. While Chandu was removing all the knives, Sunny notices a potion bottle from kitchen floor, and saw tea boiling in gas. Sunny runs inside to stop Ali from giving tea to Nakulan. Before Nakulan takes a sip, Sunny smashes the teacup to floor, and tells him that it contains potion. Then Sunny demands to lock up Sridevi in a room and he locks her up in a room. Next day night, everyone from the home went to the temple to see Kathakali. Without asking permission from Sunny, everyone took Sridevi also to the temple. Later Sunny and Nakulan also joined them. Suddenly just after they came there, Ganga mysteriously disappears during a Kathakali night. Sunny notices her absence and he began searching for her, and Nakulan notices something was wrong and followed him. When Sunny couldn't find Ganga in Madanpally, they both go outside to find her, and saw Mahadevan harassing her, and Ganga loses her consciousness. Nakulan who is seeing this get provoked and starts beating up Mahadevan, but Mahadevan refuses it by saying, he didn't do anything. Sunny gets in middle of them and stop the fighting. Then told Nakulan to help Ganga, and they all head back to Madanpally. After the confusion settle, Sunny reveals to Mahadevan and Nakulan that all problems in the house are not done by Sridevi, and she is totally fine, but someone orchestrated it and was putting blames on her, but he was not aware who was it until Ganga took Sunny to Tekini. There he first felt some psychic vibration from Ganga, but he wanted to confirm that, so one day he purposefully got into an argument with Ganga about Nakavali's anklet. There he saw Ganga change into Nakavali for a split seconds. Then Sunny was confirmed that Ganga is suffering from split personality disorder. She frequently transforms into Nagavali at night and goes to Tekini. For finding the roots of her problem he went a secret journey to Evor with Chandu. From her family relatives and her school principal he came to know about Ganga. Evor is the birthplace of Ganga. Years back after Ganga was born her family left her with her grandmother, and they moved to Calcutta. But with grandma she was happy. Years passed and after she reaches 10th grade, her family told her that they are coming to get her to Calcutta. She refuses to go with them, but her family forced her to move. This makes her mind disturbed and she started to act abnormally. Her parents came and take her to Calcutta. Over there with the help of psychiatrist and meditation her psychic problem was controlled, but deep down it was there. Then after Nakulan and Ganga gets married, and she come to know about Madampally and Nakavali from her mother-in-law. While they move down to Madampally, here she gets fond of Nakavali and her psychotic problem begins to come back and started thinking herself as Nakavali. While she is Nakavali, Mahadevan is her lover Ramanathan since the former stays at the same house Ramanathan did. That's the reason why she tried to kill Ali, and when that failed she tried to frame Mahadevan for sexual harassing her. This was Ganga's alter ego plan to stop his marriage, for getting Ramanathan back. Brahmadathan Namboothiripad comes in mourning. To everyone's surprise, Brahmadathan known Sunny long time back from America. He properly introduces Sunny to Thambi and Unathan, and asked them, if Sunny is here then what was the need for them to call him? This made Thambi and Unathan wonder. Then Sunny and Brahmadathan went outside and they both discussed the matter deeply, and Sunny told Brahmadathan about Nakavali and for Nakavali, Nakulan who impersonates as Shankan Thambi. And now the only way to stop Nagavali's influence on Ganga is to make her believe she killed her enemies Shankar and Thambi on Durgashtastami. Sunny is now in a dilemma where he saved Nakulan. Ganga will commit suicide, and if he saves Ganga, Nakavali will kill Nakulan. One way or another Sunny will lose one person, but he wants to save both of them, so Sunny makes a rather unconventional plan to cure Ganga with Brahmadathan. Before carrying out his plan, Sunny asks Nakulan to trigger Ganga to see for himself whether she turns into Nagavali or not. When Nakulan does so, she transforms into Nagavali, which shocks him. A worried Nakulan shouts at Ganga, turning her back to normal. On Durgashtastami night, Mahadevan was given a task to bring Ganga to the spiritual ceremony place. There for the first time their family saw Ganga as Nakavali. Brahmadathan and his helper hold her hand and asked her what she wants. She replied that she wants to kill Shankar and Thambi, and she told she will leave Ganga's body after she kills him. So they gave her a sword and allows Nagavali to behead Nakulan posing as the Shankar and Thambi. Brahmadathan suddenly blows smoke and ash on Ganga's face. Simultaneously Sunny turns a part of the platform over to let Nakulan escape, and a lifeless dummy of the Shankar and Thambi gets sliced instead. Convinced that her enemy is dead, Nagavali leaves Ganga. She gets cured. After some days, when they get ready to go back to Calcutta, Sunny expresses his desire to marry Sridevi before leaving. The movie ends with the family bids farewell to Ganga, Nakulan, and Sunny. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notification and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.